clock struck 3:01 p.m. Indian Standard Time on 15th July. The SpaceX Dragon capsule pierced through Earth's atmosphere, blazing a fiery trail of glory before splashing down off the California coast near San Diego in pitch darkness. And history was made. On board the SpaceX Dragon capsule were 4 astronauts, 1 American, 1 Polish, 1 Hungarian and 1 Indian, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla. The 39-year-old fighter pilot of the Indian Air Force became the first Indian to have spent 18 days in the International Space Station. Led by former NASA veteran Peggy Whitson and piloted by Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, AX-4 had arrived at ISS on 26th June. The crew also included Sławomir Uznanski-Wisnowski from Poland and Tibor Kapu from Hungary. Shuks, as his crewmates call him, became the second Indian to have gone to space after 4 long decades.
नमस्कार मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, वाटर राइड 41 साल बाद हम वापस अंतरिक्ष में पहुंच गए हैं और कमाल की राइड थी। इस समय हम 7.5 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की रफ्तार से पृथ्वी के चारों तरफ घूम रहे हैं और मेरे कंधे पे मेरे साथ मेरा तिरंगा है जो मुझे बता रहा है कि नहीं हूँ, मैं आप सबके साथ हूँ। ये मेरी इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन तक की जर्नी की शुरुआत नहीं है, ये भारत के ह्यूमन स्पेस प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत है और मैं चाहता हूं कि आप सभी देशवासी इस यात्रा का हिस्सा बने। आपका भी सीना गर्व से चौड़ा होना चाहिए, आप भी उतना ही एक्साइटमेंट दिखाइए। आइए हम सब मिलकर भारत के इस ह्यूमन स्पेस प्रोग्राम की जर्नी की शुरुआत करें। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
With the successful return on 15th July, he's now Shuks, the Indian astronaut. The vast vacuum of space has intrigued humanity from the dawn of civilization. And India, with a rich history of space research, have led the world in space exploration and understanding. Aryabhatta, the first known Indian astronomer and the inventor of zero, had for the first time explained the solar and lunar eclipses. Bringing it out of mythological stories of Rahu and Ketu, he ascribed scientific background to the phenomenon. He'd correctly insisted that the Earth rotates on its axis on a daily basis and that the apparent movement of the stars is a relative motion caused by the rotation of the Earth. This was contrary to the then prevailing view that the sky rotated and the Earth was static. This is indicated in the first chapter of the Aryabhatta, where he gives the number of rotations of the Earth in a yuga. Modern India's first Indian satellite was named Aryabhatta in accordance with this ancient astronomer's contribution in space research. Modern space research started in India in 1920. But it would be decades before the institutionalized probe into space-related activities would gain nationwide attention. The first milestone in Indian space exploration was the establishment of Indian National Committee for Space Research, or INCOSPAR, by then Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, along with scientist Vikram Sarabhai in 1962. It was a very modest yet ambitious beginning. 2 decades later, India sent its first astronaut to space, Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma. That was 1984. On board the Soviet Union's Soyuz T-11, Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma spent 7 days in space. It was a big milestone for India's space journey, with the first ever astronaut of the country flying high in the galaxy.
ऊपर से भारत कैसा दिखता है आपको?
जी मैं बगैर किसी झिझक के कह सकता हूँ कि सारे जहां से अच्छा।
This conversation became an iconic moment that millions of Indians grew up with, including Shubhanshu Shukla, born a year after the ambitious Soyuz T-11 mission. Born in this modest middle-class family in Lucknow, he's the youngest of 3 siblings. Inspired by the valor of armed forces in the Kargil conflict of 1999, teenager Shubhanshu's dreams to defy gravity were scripted from this very house when he applied for the National Defence Academy. His family was unaware of his aspirations.
It was the 2001 December. 11th December, and the paper I think was on the 12th December. Okay, so 11th December was their marriage, my sister's marriage in the house.
Her marriage.
Yes, her sister marriage was in the house, and no one knows about, not even 1% about this. This exam is tomorrow, and he's going to do that. And what about the preparation? We don't know how, when he did that preparation. And
That's such a tough exam.
exactly, NDA exam, people do the coachings for that, people do the years and years preparation for that. And next day morning when the Vidai function was going on, each and everyone is screaming, crying. My father was furious at that time. Where is he? Come back, call him, I will do this, I will do. He's not present, his brother, he has to do some rituals, like to hold the sister and all that something, and he was not that. So when after some time he was coming back, rushing on the bicycle, he throws the bicycle like this at the main gate and pass by the father. I will not face my father at that time, otherwise my father will eat me at that time. And he goes to the mother and said, now tell me what the work I have to do.
But the thing is that this is what he is always. He never shares the process of that his challenges or whatever he's doing. But this is the part, the crux of this is whole story, that this is coming out in a very interesting way. But the whole crux of this story is this only. Whatever job he takes it very seriously. And wherever he's present, he gives his 200% into that. Like he has to give that examination, he has to give. No matter my marriage is there.
Shubhanshu successfully cracked the NDA exam and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Sciences. He joined the Indian Air Force as a fighter pilot in 2006. Over the past 2 decades, he's logged over 2,000 flying hours on several frontline aircraft, including the Sukhoi 30 MKI, MiG-21, MiG-29, Jaguar, Hawk, Dornier and AN-32.
जब उन्होंने सब शुरुआत करी थी अपनी जर्नी की, तब तो गगनयान मिशन के बारे में किसी को कुछ पता नहीं था. तो जाहिर सी बात है कि ऐसा कुछ प्लान आउट तो नहीं था. हाँ, लेकिन फाइटर पायलट बनना जरूर उसके सपने में था और उसने उसको बहुत अच्छे से पूरा किया. ये अपॉर्चुनिटी जब रास्ते में आई तो फिर इसके लिए उसने इतनी कोशिश करी, इतनी मेहनत करी कि फिर इसके लिए इसने अपनी पूरी जान लगा दी.
अच्छा, उन्होंने कभी ऐसा पैशन दिखाया था? ग्रुप कैप्टन तो वो बन गए थे कि स्पेस में जाने को मौका उनको मिलेगा, ऐसा कुछ?
पैशन तो हमेशा से था उसको, स्पेस में जाने का, स्पीड का, थ्रिल का, उसको हमेशा से एक्साइटमेंट था बहुत ही ज़्यादा, और वो बहुत खुश था. जब उसको ISS में जाने की न्यूज़ मिली थी तब उसके यही शब्द थे कि ये भगवान ने मेरी झोली में एक अपॉर्चुनिटी ऐसी डाली है ना कि जिसके लिए मैं उनको कितना भी धन्यवाद कहूँगा भगवान को कम ही होगा.
जैसे सारे नॉर्मल बच्चे होते हैं वैसे ही है. मुझे अपनी मम्मी का एक स्टेटमेंट याद है, जैसे सारे जनरल बच्चे होते हैं, ऑर्डिनरी बच्चे होते हैं, वैसे ही हमारा बच्चा है. बट ही टर्न इनटू एन एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन जस्ट बिकॉज वो जो एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट उसने अपनी लाइफ में दिया, एक्स्ट्रा डिटर्मिनेशन है, एक्स्ट्रा विल पावर है, एक्स्ट्रा डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर है, बहुत कुछ एक्स्ट्रा उसके पास है, जिसकी वजह से वो एक एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन है.
The close-knit Shukla family, with silent love and support, paved Shubhanshu's journey to the stars.
हमारे लिए तो जैसे बचपन में था वैसे आज हमारे लिए तो बच्चा ही है. अभी भी कोई स्पेशल नहीं है, लेकिन ये है कि हाँ, अब वो चूंकि इतना अच्छा काम कर रहा है तो इसलिए प्राउड मोमेंट तो है ही हमारे लिए. अच्छा,
Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla became a household name in February 2024 when he was introduced by the Prime Minister of India as the chosen team member of India's ambitious human space mission, Gaganyaan.
40 वर्ष के बाद कोई भारतीय अंतरिक्ष में जाने वाला है, लेकिन इस बार टाइम भी हमारा है, काउंट डाउन भी हमारा है और रॉकेट भी हमारा है।
A year later, he laid the foundation for Gaganyaan.
It has been an incredible journey. I did not imagine all this when I started on Falcon 9 on 25th. And I think it has been made amazing or incredible because of the people who are involved. These missions have much far-reaching implications beyond science, and that is what I believe that this mission would also do in all of our respective countries as well. Going back from here, I carry with me a lot of memories and the learnings out of this mission that I would try and spread back. But the one thing that really sticks to me is what humanity is capable of when all of us come together from different parts of the world and work for a common goal or a common objective. It is truly incredible.
In the 18 days, in between 320 orbits around the Earth, Shuk's on board the International Space Station led a suite of breakthrough experiments. One of his core missions was the myogenesis study. Put in simple words, it's a study of muscle degradation in microgravity. This would help tackle a long-standing challenge of human spaceflight. By studying muscle stem cells, Shuk's aimed to unlock answers critical to long-duration missions and even aging back on Earth. Then came a potential game-changer, the space microalgae experiment. Floating in the void, Shuk's nurtured edible algae strains. Compact, oxygen-generating and nutrient-rich, this would possibly be the food of the future for Mars-bound missions. And in a historic first, Indian crop seeds Methi and Moong was sprouted aboard the ISS. Through the Sprouts experiment, Shubhanshu Shukla tested how life might grow beyond Earth, bringing sustainable space farming one step closer to reality. He also observed nature's toughest survivors. Tardigrades are microscopic life forms that thrive in the extremes. The Voyager Tardigrade project could help decode how life endures radiation, vacuum, and freezing space.
Yes, I have been very busy since the time we have come, doing a lot of research on the station, and I'm very excited. And this mission is actually kind of opening the doors for microgravity or space research for Indian researchers and scientists. And I'm so proud that ISRO has been able to collaborate with national institutions all over the country, and they came up with some fantastic research which I am doing on the station for all the scientists and researchers, and it is exciting. It is a joy to do this, and the research spans various domains, various disciplines, right from doing some stem cell research and to growing some seeds, seeing the effect of microgravity on seeds, also evaluating the cognitive load on astronauts while they are interacting with screens on board the station.
It was not just hardcore science research. In between work, they looked out at the vast empty space.
मुझे लगता है कि हम सब ये जानना चाहते हैं कि आज भारत कैसा दिखता है। मैं आपको बताता हूँ। आज का भारत स्पेस से महत्वाकांक्षी दिखता है। आज का भारत निडर दिखता है। आज का भारत कॉन्फिडेंट दिखता है। आज का भारत गर्व से पूर्ण दिखता है। और इन्हीं सब कारणों की वजह से मैं एक बार फिर से कह सकता हूँ कि आज का भारत अभी भी सारे जहां से अच्छा दिखता है।
Ahead of their return, they spent an unforgettable evening with a feast that represented the world set out in one table. For appetizers, the astronauts made rehydrated shrimp cocktails and crackers. There was savory chicken and beef fajitas for the main course, and a delicious cake made from sweet bread, condensed milk, and walnuts as dessert. Zooming in on the pictures posted by NASA astronaut Johnny Kim, a packet with the label carrot halwa or gajar ka halwa can be spotted on the table. And Shubhanshu Shukla learned to be the water bender as well.
In the station, and I've been with this, so you have to see this.
Oh.
So you can see the water forms a ball in zero gravity because the surface tension of the water itself is actually much stronger now that we don't have gravity up here and actually holds it together. He's got this little
tool.
It's a water bubble moving tool. I can actually bag comes in contact with the water.
Slowly. Wow.
Almost like a lens. So let's see what you can see through the.
The space mission broadened his horizon. His deep faith in humanity and understanding of the power of unity.
जो वननेस की फीलिंग है, पृथ्वी की वननेस की फीलिंग है, जो हमारा भी मोटो है कि अनेकता में एकता, वो बिल्कुल उसका महत्व ऐसा समझ में आता है बाहर से देखने में कि लगता है कि कोई बॉर्डर एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता, कोई राज्य नहीं एग्जिस्ट करता, कंट्रीज नहीं एग्जिस्ट करती. फाइनली हम सब ह्यूमैनिटी का पार्ट है और अर्थ हमारा एक घर है और हम सब के सब उसके सिटीजन्स हैं.
The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO has paid 5 billion rupees to secure a seat for Group Captain Shukla on AX4 and his training. The Prime Minister of India, while talking to Shuks on board the ISS, gave him homework to gain hands-on experience for Indian future space missions.
आप तो मुझे भली भांति जानते हैं, जब भी किसी से बात होती है तो मैं होमवर्क जरूर देता हूं. हमें मिशन गगनयान को आगे बढ़ाना है. हमें अपना खुद का स्पेस स्टेशन बनाना है और चंद्रमा पर भारतीय एस्ट्रोनॉट की लैंडिंग भी करानी है. इन सारे मिशंस में आपके अनुभव बहुत काम आने वाले हैं. मुझे विश्वास है आप वहां अपने अनुभवों को जरूर रिकॉर्ड कर रहे होंगे.
जी प्रधानमंत्री जी, बिल्कुल. ये पूरा मिशन की ट्रेनिंग लेने के दौरान और एक्सपीरियंस करने के दौरान जो मुझे लेसन्स मिले हैं, जो मुझे सीख मिली है, वो सब एक स्पॉन्ज की तरह मैं एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा हूँ और मुझे यकीन है कि ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत वैल्यूएबल प्रूव होंगी, बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट होंगी हमारे लिए जब मैं वापस आऊँगा.
It's been an exhilarating but arduous journey for Shubhanshu Shukla and his crewmates. Long before they could reach the International Space Station, the Axiom 4 mission with 4 private astronauts, India's Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, European mission specialists Slavoj Wisniewski from Poland and Tibor Kapu from Hungary, led by former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson, faced several postponements due to technical problems, including a liquid oxygen leak in the Falcon 9 rocket's boosters. But they remained upbeat. All crew members were kept in quarantine and they could meet their families only across a glass wall. Finally, on 25th June noon, it roared into space with all 4 astronauts on board for a 28-hour journey to the International Space Station.
When the ride started, it was something like you're getting pushed back into the seat. It was an amazing ride. And then suddenly, nothing. Everything silenced and you were just floating. You unbuckle and you were just floating in the silence of vacuum. It was an amazing feeling. I was not feeling very great when we, got shot into the vacuum. But since yesterday, I've been told that I've been sleeping a lot, which is a good sign. So I think that's a great sign. I'm getting used to this quite well, enjoying the views, enjoying the entire experience, learning like a baby, learning the new steps, learning how to walk, learning how to control yourself, everything, learning how to eat, I think. So it's a new environment, new challenge, and I'm really enjoying this experience.
400 kilometers above Earth, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, as the mission pilot, helmed his SpaceX Dragon spacecraft through one of the most crucial maneuvers across its mission. Docking with the International Space Station at 4:01 p.m. Indian Standard Time on 26th June. Initially, they were supposed to spend 2 weeks at the International Space Station, but an extra 4 days were added to it. At precisely 4:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time on 14th July, the Dragon capsule of the Axiom Mission 4 undocked and began its journey back to Earth. Miles and miles away, his family and friends eagerly waited for his 22-hour-long journey back to Earth to end.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि अब इतने दिनों के बाद बच्चा वापस आ रहा है, तो बहुत अच्छी फीलिंग है, बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी हो रही है बच्चे को वापस आने को सुन के.
Shubhanshu Shukla's wife, Dr. Kamna Mishra, and his son waited for his return. On 15th July, at 2:31 a.m. Pacific time, AX-4 crew splashed down in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of California. The recovery teams raced to the capsule inside. One by one, they came out of the capsule, smiling and waving at the camera, exhausted but excited.
And we've got our pilot, Shubhanshu Shukla, and some big smiles, as you said.
The Shuklas back home in Lucknow were overwhelmed, overjoyed, with tears flowing freely.
इमोशनल चढ़े परिवार के लिए नहीं, ईश्वर से प्रेयर करते हैं. ईश्वर से जो है उसी को सवेरे प्रेयर करके हनुमान जी को सौंप आए थे कि मतलब वापस लाओ, जैसे गए थे वैसे लाओ. ठीक ठाक रहा, सब बढ़िया रहा, बहुत अच्छा रहा. और लैंडिंग अच्छी तरह हो गई. ये बहुत खुशी की बात है हम लोगों के लिए और देशवासियों के लिए, सबकी जो है खुशी की बात है.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed it as a milestone towards Gaganyaan, saying, and I quote, "Shubhanshu has inspired 1 billion dreams with his courage and pioneering spirit."
His knowledge and his interaction with other people. Another one is we have planned some experiment. Experiments are done. Lot of things are done in the ground.
Correct, sir.
And some work he has also done there. Now the seeds, everything will come back. Our people have to continue the experiment. So it is the experiment not only done in the space. It is the total experiment which has to be done. A portion is done in the flights.
Right.
In the space. So everything basically it will feed to our Gaganyaan program. Their training will feed to us.
So
the
this,
2 people are trained,
Yeah.
Prashant Nair and he, 10 months they were getting training.
So
that
this
will help us.
This
and they have got exposure to the International Space Station.
Shuks and his crewmates now go through recovery and rehabilitation for 7 days, and they were reunited with their family at Houston. Shuks posted the most heartwarming reunion pictures with his wife and son on Instagram, saying it was challenging. Coming back to Earth and holding my family back in my arms felt like home. He's learning to walk again, gaining his muscle strength back. India waits for his return to the country in the second half of August. Return of the Indian astronaut of this millennium, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, Shuks, the son of Bharat.
And we've got our pilot, Shubhanshu Shukla.